Well, new at 6, two new bills moving through the Ohio State House could overhaul a controversial billing practice.
We need to have something in place now before it expands even more.
It's called submetering, and we've been telling you about it for years now. It's a cost savings tactic used by property managers. Instead of paying directly to the public utility provider that you're using, you pay a third-party service for the energy and oftentimes extra for divvied up fees for utilities used in common areas like parking lots, for lights and lobbies. Now, these submetering companies are not subject to any regulation or oversight. But 10 TV's Carla Rogner reports now on new legislation that could change that.
Public utility companies like AEP are required to follow a certain set of guidelines put forth by the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio. Now, a set of bills moving through the Ohio State House are looking to ensure energy middlemen do the same.
To be getting that high, it just made no sense.
For several years, Connie Mastenbrook has felt she's overpaying for the use of water and electric in the common areas of her Reynoldsburg apartment complex.
You're at their mercy, and yet you have to pay it because you've signed the lease saying you will pay common area water and electric.
She tried taking her concerns to the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio, but she pays her bills to Nationwide Energy Partners, a submetering company that's not regulated.
They said to me, well, they are not considered a utility company, so we have no jurisdiction over what they do.
Representative David Thomas wants to change that.
It's a growing practice. It needs to have state oversight. And, why not now?
A bill he introduced labels companies like NEP as behind-the-meter utility services and makes them subject to regulation by the PUCO.
Why do you think regulation is important?
Best answer would be for that customer that you spoke with. I think that there is an important aspect to having the state oversee something as complicated as kind of energy, delivery and billing, for example, and just having a place where a customer can go if they feel they're not being treated correctly.
If your bill were to pass, what are some of the changes that people who are currently submetered would see?
There is more certainty in how they're, being billed, what that looks like. There are folks who are professionals who are overseeing this process from a regulatory area.
The Ohio Consumers Council has been pushing for regulation of submetering companies. In response to this bill, Agency Director Maureen Willis wrote, "Why should apartment residents have fewer legal rights and assistance options when it comes to utility service just because of where they live? They shouldn't. We are hopeful that the General Assembly can restore much-needed rights and bring protections to customers of submetering companies." Two more Ohio representatives, Republican Tex Fisher and Democrat Sean Brennan, are also working on a bill to regulate submetering companies. They're working alongside the Ohio Consumers Council. That legislation could be put in motion this spring. Reporting in Columbus, Carla Rogner, 10 TV News.
Nationwide Energy Partners is just one of several submetering companies that operate in Central Ohio. The company shared a statement saying HB 173 will give the PUCO clear authority to regulate landlords and behind-the-meter services while protecting private investment into energy services. The bill ensures an explicit bill cap for electric charges and gives the PUCO the authority to enforce the cap. NEP has always voluntarily capped bills, and this bill ensures all similar entities must now do the same.